everybody, it's Gregory Rice. We're here at Nexus Property Management's headquarters in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And lately, a lot of property owners have been calling, emailing, coming into our office saying, Greg, how the heck do I do an eviction in Rhode Island? I have no idea where to begin. So what I'm going to do for you today is break it down nice and simply, and it starts with this. So your tenant's rent is due on the first date of the month. Now, on the 16th day of the month, you send what's called the 5-day demand notice. Now, this is an official document with the state of Rhode Island seal on it that tells the tenant, hey, you have 5 days to pay or else the owner can evict you. Now, this notice usually collects 9 out of 10 payments, but the 1 out of 10 left over, you're going to have to file an eviction for. So on the 22nd day, you can go to district court and file that eviction. Now, roughly 2 weeks is when you'll be in front of the judge for that court date. But before you go to the judge, we highly recommend that you work out what's called a stipulation agreement. Now, this is a fancy term for a payment plan. And what this is the tenant promising to pay their current rent and a little bit extra on top of that until that previous debt is paid down. So a common example is a tenant will pay an extra $50 per week or an extra $100 per week on top of their normal rent, of course, until they pay down that balance they owe you. And it's important to note that judges will approve usually about $435 of court costs and attorney's fees, assuming your lease outlines and calls for that, into the stipulation agreement. So you're getting your back rent and you're getting up to $435 of the court costs, the expenses you've paid, reimbursed to you. So it almost makes it a free situation, a free eviction, if the tenant pays in full. So if a tenant misses one of these payments, it's time for them to go. So what you have to do is file for what's called an execution. Now, an execution is another fancy term for trespassing. Okay, so you're going to give this document to a state constable. He or she will go there and physically remove the tenant. And once that's complete, you can change the locks and start your turnover. So once again, this is Gregory Rice at Nexus Property Management, your property managed.